warehouse that he had gotten to the point where he was the manager of a paper company, and they had this big warehouse. And I unloaded railroad cars. And it is a job you never want to do. In the hot sun of Miami, those steel cars go up to, like, inside it's about 150 degrees in that car, and you're unloading boxes in that heat. And it's miserable. And so when he first got here, he went from being an executive to unloading railroad cars full of plantains, of all things. I thought, you run away from Cuba and you're unloading plantains in Miami. So he was unloading plantains, which are those big green bananas, big racks of them. And my mother was selling shoes. And, we worked our way up and eventually made it to the middle class. But I remember times in Miami when I was little that you'd walk down the street in Miami and the restaurants would have signs on the doors that said, no Cubans allowed. They didn't want you in there. So it's changed a lot, obviously. Cuban people are very industrious. You'll see, if you drive down Miami, you'll see, Cuban people standing on a street corner at an intersection selling whatever. They're selling shrimp, they're selling apples or oranges or whatever. They'll have bags of them, and they just, they'll do anything to work. And, my wife used to go, I wish they wouldn't do that, stand on street corners and sell stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'd rather they do that than go break into somebody's house. They're working for a living. It's an honest living. So
you don't have to arrest them that way.
What's that?
You don't have to arrest them then if they're selling stuff on the corner.
So my parents worked hard and they worked their way up, and I got my work ethic from them. I saw them working hard, and I saw them working hard, and that's the one thing about America. You don't have these immigration problems we have in a lot of the other countries in the world. Why? Because everybody wants to be here. Because here's where you get the opportunity. This is the country where a little Cuban boy whose parents had to start from scratch can have a nationally syndicated television show, be one of there are like 7 judges on TV right now. I'm in a very small fraternity. There's only 7 like me in the country. And I went from, it's a really American dream story, going from nothing to there, because America gives you the opportunity to do anything. As long as you're willing to work for it, as long as you're willing to get that education, as long as you're willing to work hard, you can get anything in this country. In other countries, you can't. In other countries, you have limitations. You will only go so far. So that's, I think that's one of the things that makes America the best country in the world. And who's the other shy girl?